One morning, Anders, a white man, woke up to find he had turned a deep and undeniable brown. This intriguing transformation sets the stage for Mohsin Hamid's fifth novel, The Last White Man. It explores themes of identity, societal dynamics, and homogenization. Imagine you wake up one morning and notice that you are much darker in skin, as if you are another person. You cannot get used to your new appearance. You get so angry that you think someone did this to you. Someone robbed your previous identity. You start to think killing this new person because you are insecure with that and it is not you anymore. You don't even dare to step outside. Keep investigating yourself. With no appetite, you attempt to relieve stress and escape from those thoughts with cigarettes, staring at your phone, and wandering around the internet. You decide to go outside and face the world, but put a cap and wage it low. The clerk in the grocery store where you usually shop does not recognize you. When you go back home, you look at yourself in the rear view mirror, searching for your old self, but it is nowhere to be found. The more you look for it, the more the opposite happens, and it makes you seem desperate. So, this is how the story of Anders starts. His name is an allegorical one, might refer to the different in German. He is a gym instructor and caught this new identity like a sickness. Then he learns that it is like a pandemic situation that everyone faces it. He has a hard time adopting this new identity. He feels paranoid, but he also questions the reason of this feeling, because there is no one chasing or gazing him. Hamid in an interview says that there is not any characteristic of a race in this novel, and you can hardly say if someone is white or not. It is like a world where the race as a concept is vanishing. Anders is scared to see his girlfriend Una because of his insecurity. Eventually, Una recognizes him and says this beautiful quote to explain his situation after he says he is not sure if he is the same person. She says, "It is like learning a foreign language. You lost your sense of humor." Afterwards, Anders faces the world and his boss, who says that he would kill himself in such a situation. That is funny because he cannot. The narrative also explores the idea of fitness as a means to fit into society and the risks of being seen as different or not conforming to norms. Also, there is a kind of intersection in the story between the identity and money, and the author conveys this through the character, the janitor of the gym, the person once Anders behaved better. And there's a particular part in the novel that I wanted to share with you. Of everyone there, the cleaning guy seemed the least changed, and Anders watched him go about his work, and wanted to strike up a conversation, but none of his attempts really went anywhere. And that day Anders had an idea, and he waited until late, and no one else was nearby, and he said to the cleaning guy, "I could train you. You could work out here sometimes, like the rest of us do. Would you like that?" And the cleaning guy looked at Anders and said, "No." And then he added, less abruptly, and not with a smile or not with a smile on his lips. Although perhaps with one in his eyes, it was difficult to tell. Honestly, it could have been the opposite of a smile. And with that peculiar expression, the cleaning guy added, "What I would like is a raise." And I wanted to share some negative reviews with you. Some people say that the novel is thought to be slow, incredibly boring, long-winded, anti-white propaganda, not mentioning about the details, and the author needs to go to a punctuation school. I know that Hamid might be known as a controversial author, but separating the author from the work, I think this novel was very captivating, ease-read, and thought-provoking. There is no unnecessary portrayal of things. It mainly focuses on the identity issue with a Kafkaesque style of narration. Yes, there are long sentences and only commas as punctuation marks, but they might serve as a way for the author to portray the persistence of those moments of emotions and grief. Also, as the author says, they take us to the dot where we need to stop and think about the situation. There is no extra character or information about the situations happening, but it mainly points out that race is, in a sense, a social construct. The novel delves into the intricacies of identity politics, employing magic realism to underscore the profound impact of physical transformation on individual and societal dynamics. As in Exist West, this novel also explores how we all change through time. Identity is a fluid concept. When I was reading, I also thought that it might not only be about being white, black, or brown, but being disabled, ethnically different, ugly, queer, poor, disadvantaged somehow. In one night, everything might change, and it might be the society we need to face in the mirror. Should we kill the other in ourselves, conceal it, or own it? And through the character Janitor, we learn that one's appearance or identity may not be as important in times of financial hardship. It might also be the economy that needs to be taken into consideration. The story made me question if the things would be similar when everyone was turning to white. It's okay if you do not like the video, but I would appreciate if you comment below. Thank you for watching or listening. Peace out.